What a year for horror 2024 has been. We have seen some incredible movies this year with records broken, award nominations galore, and an epic return to some genre-defining styles like slasher and body horror. But what is in store for us horror fans next year? Let's take a look at some confirmed and rumoured horror movies set to hit theatres in 2025. Welcome to Horror Stories. First up on this list is a movie releasing on the first day of 2025, and that is Nosferatu. Nosferatu is an upcoming remake of the 1922 silent horror classic Nosferatu, A Symphony of Horror. This will be directed by Robert Eggers and will star Bill Skarsgård as Count Orlok, who we all know for playing our favourite sewer clown Pennywise in the It remake. The plot is expected to remain close to the original, with Count Orlok taking a liking to our female lead in a tale of love, death and terror. On January 1st, we can expect lots of gothic themes and feelings of isolation as Count Orlok terrorizes our screens once again. Up next, we have Wolfman, which is releasing on January 17th, 2025. Wolfman will be a modern take on the Universal Monsters 1941 movie, The Wolfman. Directed by Lee Warnell, who has been involved in the Saw and Insidious franchises, Wolfman will follow a family who are attacked at a remote farmhouse by a mysterious creature. Taking refuge, the father of the family begins to transform into something horrifying and unrecognisable, putting his whole family at risk. Starring Christopher Abbott and Julia Garner, Wolfman is expected to tear through theatres January 17th. Next up, we have one of the most anticipated movies on this list, 28 Years Later. A sequel to the genre-defining 28 Days and 28 Weeks Later movies, we continue the story in the post-apocalyptic world where humanity will struggle to survive the zombie-infested landscape one more time. Directed by Danny Boyle, the plot is still currently under wraps at the time of me filming this video, but our first look trailer has dropped with some interesting Easter eggs. We'll have to wait until June 20th to continue the long-awaited story, but I'm sure it'll be worth the wait. Moving on to our next movie, we have Megan 2.0. Set to release June 27th, although I have seen an alternative date of January 17th, but I don't think that date is legit. Megan 2.0 will be directed by Gerard Johnston. The sequel is set to pick up after the first movie, with Megan now seemingly destroyed, but not completely, as we expect Megan to infect the family's smart house mainframe and continue her manipulative and murderous quest to just dance? Violet McGraw and Alison Williams return for another fight against the AI menace June 27th. Moving on to a couple of movies that have been confirmed but have yet to have much info released on them. Firstly, we have The Conjuring Last Rites, which is set to be the last in the series, with longtime stars Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga publicly saying their goodbyes on social media. Saw 11 is also set to feature in 2025. Can't believe we're still talking about Saw in 2025, but I'm sure they'll somehow find a way to fit a plot into this timeline. The Grabber returns in The Black Phone 2, set for a late 2025 release, and Five Nights at Freddy's makes a return late 2025. Moving on to rumoured films or films that may miss the 2025 cutoff. These are movies that we have heard some rumblings, or we may have had an announcement and the 2025 release date seems a bit too early for them to come out. I have to start with this one because when I heard the news I was so happy. We are finally getting the Wayans brothers back to make a scary movie. Obviously, I know this is a parody movie, but it mainly uses horror movies as its material, and for me, when I was younger watching these movies, it actually helped me discover the original movies they were taking the piss out of. We have no official title or release date, but I am so hyped to get a decent scary movie with the original creators.
Run, bitch! Run!
Next is Thanksgiving 2. I honestly thought they were going to rush the sequel and release it this year, but the fact we have had a bit of time away from Thanksgiving should be a good sign for the sequel. I really enjoyed the first movie, it had some great kills and felt like a proper slasher movie. No info on if Thanksgiving 2 is the official title, or if it will be released in 2025, but that is the expectation. Well, I never thought we would get a new Final Destination movie, but we have confirmed that death will be haunting us again in Final Destination Bloodlines. Production was confirmed to have started earlier this year, and this is probably one of the most likely movies to release in 2025. But there has been no confirmation as of yet of a solid date. I wonder what premonition we'll get this time round. Now, I'm sure there are many more movies scheduled for 2025, but we haven't got 7 hours to list them all. But let me know what movies you are looking forward to that weren't on this list, and what movie overall you are hyped for. As always, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Please hit that like and sub button as it makes a huge difference, and I'll catch you guys at the next one. Stay spooky.